The world watched with anticipation as white smoke rose from the Sistine Chapel on May 8, 2025. The centuries-old symbol announced to the world that the Catholic Church had elected a new leader, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, now Pope Leo XIV. This moment not only marked the election of the first American pope in over 2,000 years of church history, but it also underscored the vast spiritual, diplomatic, and symbolic power of the papacy. As Bishop of Rome, Pope Leo XIV is not only the spiritual head of over 1.4 billion Catholics worldwide, but also the sovereign of Vatican City, the world's smallest independent state. His influence extends beyond ecclesial authority into global politics, social justice, interfaith dialogue, and moral leadership. When the conclave reached its decision after 4 ballots, the entire world turned toward the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. The Pope's power lies not in military or economic might, but in spiritual and moral guidance. As the successor to St. Peter the Apostle, considered the first Bishop of Rome, holds supreme authority on matters of doctrine and ethics within the Catholic Church. His teachings, encyclicals, and papal decrees shape the direction of the Church and its global institutions, from education and healthcare to humanitarian outreach. Cardinal Prevost, now Pope Leo XIV, brings a global perspective to the role. Born in Chicago and ordained in 1982, he spent much of his ministry as a missionary in Peru, deeply involved with indigenous communities and social development. His long years of pastoral work made him a trusted figure in Latin America. He later served as Bishop of Chiclayo and led the dicastery for bishops, one of the Vatican's most powerful offices, responsible for appointing bishops worldwide. Leo XIV is expected to continue the reformist legacy of his predecessor, Pope Francis, particularly in matters concerning migrants, the poor, and global inequality. His first public appearance came more than an hour after the smoke signal, a slightly delayed but highly anticipated moment. Thousands gathered in Sant'Amano. Peter's Square erupted in cheers, many weeping and praying as they awaited his blessing. Despite being born in the US, Pope Leo XIV has deep ties to Latin America and holds Peruvian citizenship. He is known for his empathy for immigrants and outspoken views against harsh immigration policies. His leadership is seen as inclusive, focused on building bridges between cultures and religious communities. His election came as a surprise to some analysts, especially since he was not widely expected to be a frontrunner. However, his quiet but effective leadership, administrative skill, and pastoral authenticity earned the support of his fellow cardinals. The conclave reached consensus rapidly, a sign of strong alignment behind his vision. Pope Leo XIV now holds the dual leadership of a global faith community and a sovereign state. With this comes the authority to appoint bishops in every diocese around the world, making him a key architect of church leadership across continents. From Latin America to Africa, from Europe to Asia, all bishops ultimately answer to the Pope. This centralized authority ensures theological unity and continuity in the global mission of the Church. His impact is not limited to internal affairs. As head of state, the Pope also plays a significant role in international diplomacy. His predecessors were known for their influence in world affairs: Pope John Paul II in the fall of communism, Pope Benedict XVI in theological dialogues, and Pope Francis in climate advocacy and interfaith reconciliation. In 2014, Pope Francis helped facilitate the normalization of relations between the US and Cuba, testament to the Vatican's quiet but powerful diplomatic influence. This tradition continues with Pope Leo XIV, whose voice is expected to resonate on issues such as peace, climate change, migration, and religious freedom. The new pope also inherits leadership of one of the largest global civil societies. The Catholic Church operates thousands of schools, hospitals, and charitable organizations. In countries like Australia and Germany, the Church controls billions in assets and provides vital services to millions. Thus, the Pope's decisions can influence education policy, social welfare programs, and humanitarian efforts worldwide. In this role, Pope Leo XIV's moral authority is immense. Heads of state often seek audiences with the Pope, not for political negotiations, but for ethical guidance and spiritual legitimacy. Appearing alongside the Pope is seen as a sign of credibility and international respect. His presence on the world stage is undeniable. Whether addressing the UN, the US Congress, or gatherings of world religious leaders, the Pope commands attention as a voice of conscience. His role as a moral beacon makes him one of the most respected figures in global leadership. Pope Leo XIV is fluent in multiple languages and maintains a modest public profile, though his messages carry significant weight. In his first speech, he emphasized peace, unity, and compassion. He is committed to continuing the Church's engagement in global issues and deepening its ties with different cultures and faiths. As leader of the Catholic Church, Pope Leo XIV holds a unique position. He is not a president or a monarch in the traditional sense, but a pastor to nations, a diplomat of peace, and a moral compass in a fragmented world. His election signals both continuity and transformation, upholding the sacred traditions of the Church while guiding it through the complex realities of the modern world. In sum, Pope Leo XIV, Robert Francis Prevost, is not only the first American elected to the papacy but also a figure whose influence extends across religions, cultures, and political systems. From the pulpit to the palace, from Vatican halls to the farthest reaches of the world, his voice will shape conscience, inspire faith, and influence history. As world leaders extend their congratulations and millions await his next words, one thing is clear. The white smoke from the Sistine Chapel marks not just the election of a pope, but the emergence of a leader whose moral authority will shape the world for years to come.